You should just show up anyway. Do it regardless. Do it unprepared. Do it scared. Do it feeling like you're not enough. Do it feeling like you need to know more. And why do you ask? Why should you do it like that? Why should you do it so unprepared? Why should you do it with no real plan? Because there's this one saying that always rings true when we want to make change in our life. I forgot. Okay, here's the saying. It came back. The saying is, when we want change, we have to start somewhere to be great, right? We have to start somewhere to be great. All beginners at one point were not great, but it takes you to be a beginner in order to be great. There's no way around that. So you have to start where you are. Now, there's so much power in doing that because it signals to you, your mind, body, and soul, so many powerful and important things that I want you guys to really grow within yourself on whatever path you're in or on. Now, some of those things that really makes this a truly fantastic experience, just showing up anyway, is one, it teaches you that I'm valuable now. I'm valuable in whatever form I come in. I'm valuable if I'm not perfect. I'm valuable if I don't have the right clothes, if I don't have the right diction yet, if I don't speak well, if I'm not as well educated as I think I should be. You're still valuable right now. How do I know? Because you wouldn't be here. There would be no need for you if you were unnecessary, just who you are right now. Now, that's not to say that you can't get better. That's not to say that you don't need to go take that extra class or get this mentor or hit the gym, clean up your diet, do whatever it is you need to do to get to that next milestone. But what that does say is that I'm showing up as I am. I'm accepting who I am. So therefore you must. If I accept who I am, you have to. There's no way around it. If I show up in this world and say, I'm Alyssa and I'm this, I'm that, I'm not quite this yet, I'm not quite that yet, but I'm still here, you're forcing yourself to take up space as you should. You were not put here to play small and to play meek when it comes to the greatness that has been put down into you. That's something that has to be unearthed. That's something that has to be explored. And how are you going to give yourself permission to explore the greatness that is you if you're constantly telling yourself that, oh, I'm not worthy of that yet. I'm not ready of that yet. I can't do that yet. I'm not that smart yet, or I don't have that connection yet. No, you're starting today. So let me know down below in the comments. First of all, is this video resonating? Is there any value that you're extracting so far? If there is, please subscribe to my channel because we are going all the way up. I have so many plans for this channel of mine. But back to the message. Now, for number one, we're showing up as we are because we're valuable, and that's going to signal to us that we are worthy now. Number two, as to why we should show up as we are with nothing else, no glitz, no glam. If we got a Nokia and you trying to record or start a channel like myself, record a Nokia. It's blurry, but I can still see you. Okay, I can still hear you. So number two is, it's going to help you understand what it really takes to be who it is that you say that you want to be. Right? Because in order to be that person, that 2.0 version you imagine of yourself, the girl or the guy who's laid up on that beach, or you're with your dream man, you're on a yacht somewhere, or you're doing some passion project somewhere along the world where they need our help, whatever version of that, of yourself that you are, that you envision, when you make it, you have to have a respect for who you are today. And that's going to help you build that confidence to become that person. Because what that teaches us, mind, body, and soul, although I'm not exactly where I want to be right now, I'm still worthy. And even though I don't have anything or everything that I think that I need to get to that point, maybe I need a different kind of personality, or I need this, or I need more of that, I need more of that. Even if you don't have those things, you can still get to that destination. Why though? Why do people get to that destination of being on the yacht and having all the things that they want? I don't know. I must want me a yacht. I don't think I need to own one, but I need access. I need to be, I like the layout feel. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down somewhere because I don't have it written down. I need a yacht. But yeah, so I think many of us have such lofty dreams, or what we think is so lofty and so far-fetched. But really, it's not. The thing that's missing is that confidence in us to say, I can start from where I'm at and I can still get there. There's so many people who have such amazing dynamic stories about how they went from rags to riches, or how they went from doing all right to doing better than all right. Right? Not everybody's dream is to become a billionaire, right? Some of us just want to be okay and just live life on our terms. And all that takes from you is to have the confidence and the self-worth to say, I'm worthy now. Right? So that's number 2. I don't know if there's a big distinguishing factor between 1 and 2, but I think you guys get my point. Now for number 3, why it's so important to show up and why it's so important to just come as you are, right? There's so many religious texts, spiritual texts that really push coming as you are. Is because if you could, you would. If you could be on the yacht right now with somebody's son or somebody's daughter, living your best life, you would be, but you're not. So think about that for a minute. Like, think about that. If you could, you would, but you're not. So what does that mean? That you wait till the yacht is here to get on the yacht? No, you need to have yacht vibes before the yacht comes, right? The belief must precede the manifestation. So what this does is really give you a great lesson in faith when you meet yourself where you are, or when you show up as you are and you just simply show up and do the thing that you think that you need so much more practice at, or do the thing that you feel like you need so much more something to do. I'm not smart enough. I don't have this degree. I can't apply to this job yet. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not this enough. All of that limiting beliefs, that needs to be gone from you. And even if you can't get it all the way gone from you, at least act or move in spite of, right? That is literally, in my opinion, the definition of having ultimate courage, is having fear, having stress, having anxiety, but doing it anyway. Do it with your knees buckling, do it sweating, do it scared, do it nervous, do it anxious, right? I have another video about stress and anxiety, so definitely go check that out. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe, any of this is resonating. But those are the things and those are the emotions that we can't allow to act as stop signs. We need to feel those emotions of anxiety, stress, not enoughness, and plow through them like it were a green light. You having those emotions actually is indicative that you need to go through them. Because if we want to grow, right? Because to be that man on the yacht that we keep envisioning, or that woman on the yacht, there's some limiting beliefs that we just need to blaze through. But when they come up, we're kind of programmed to say, okay, what does fear mean? What does anxiety mean? That means I should stop. That means I should focus on myself. That means I'm not ready yet. No, we need to rewire the association we have with negative feelings or things that we think are negative. Why can't we just say, oh, wow, I'm scared. This is great. That means I'm about to change, or that means I'm about to really have some major success, because that's really what's on the other side. But it sounds so counterintuitive. So it's going to be a challenge. And that's something I still struggle with. That's something that I'm still working on, is like when I'm scared, when I'm afraid, when I don't feel like I'm good enough just yet, or I'm not confident enough to do something. I'm like, you know what, Alyssa, listen, it's all right. We're going to show up with 2% and we're going to give what we have, because that's all I got right now. That's it. That's all I can do. All I can do is give what I have. And if what I have is not much, that's more than enough, because it's what I have to bring. So again, the yacht, right? The yacht. In order for us to get there, we have to look at limiting beliefs. We have to look at fears. We have to look at anxieties as things that signal to us to plow through and to move forward. Even me personally, I've had success on my other YouTube channels. I did astrology. My channel blew up pretty quickly as I studied, all that stuff. But even like with this new channel, this is a new space for me in YouTube. I know like the astrology space well, but this right here is new. I expected my channel maybe to take off quicker or to have more engagement, more fast, but it's not happening. And I'm like, Alyssa, damn, like, is it the videos? Like, is it the braids? Kendrick been in my mind all for the last 2 weeks, if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm just like, what is it? Like, why is it not taking off like how I know other channels could take off? And I'm like, well, first of all, patience, grasshopper. Number 2, I'm doing my best. This is my best. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all and act like when I write these videos down or when I do these videos, I write it down. I'm off the dome. It's going to discourage me from showing up daily on this channel like I know I need to if I make it some long drawn out thing. Like I said in other videos, it's so important for me at this stage in my life to prioritize play, ease, flow, peace, less stress, right? And what makes me less stressed is coming on here and just uplifting, because it uplifts you guys. And thank you so much for your feedback. For those of you guys who tell me like you needed this message and it's really helpful, that means so much to me, because that's the whole premise of why this channel is born. But not only does it uplift you, it uplifts me too. So if right now in my life, all I'm concerned with upliftment, not having stress, being easygoing, being light, playful, airy, free, and supple, I'm not going to put myself in any position to not feel that way. And if I overthink this, like my brain is so wired to do, if I try to do this perfect, if I try to make everything perfect, like I tried to do an AI background the other day and my whole hand went inside the plant. I'm like, they're going to know this is not your background, Alyssa. But you know what? I posted it anyway, because if you wait till you're perfect, you waited too late. That is one thing I live by. If you wait till you're perfect to do your dance, if you wait till you're perfect to do your big one, you're waiting too long. People are so, like, the universe and people are so much more forgiving than we give it credit for. It's you who's not forgiving. It's you who's whipping on yourself and fighting yourself and the things that you naturally want to do because you have some crazy idea of what you should be that you're not right now. And it's okay to not be. Can you work on it? Yes. But does that mean that you're not worth showing up or turning on that camera or fixing your resume and going it for that job? Who knows? You have the inclination for a reason. I think I don't know if I put this video out yet, but I talked about what you wants you to, especially, and I really think only if it's truly a part of your purpose. So if you at least know that, and you feel like whatever it is you're doing or whatever this next leap is part of your purpose to do something, however grand or not big or whatever you think it is, you need to go for it. And I'm talking about go for it now, like yesterday. You can take leaps toward that. You can do it small. You can do it a little bit each day, but do a little bit. And this is a testament to myself and my own growth. And I hope it's inspiring other people that you don't need to be perfect to do it. And so many times when I'm especially like shy or like, nah, listen, this ain't it, but I'll post it or I'll upload it. A lot of times those are the videos that have done the best for me. Or there's a time where I got so many subscribers, or the time where I've got such positive feedback from the universe is when I was this close to not doing it, And I know you can think of some times in your life when you're like, damn, I was really about to not go to that place and I wouldn't have met my soulmate, or I wouldn't have met this wonderful lifelong friend that I have now, or if I never went through this, then that wouldn't happen for me. How many times can you think of those instances? I know it's more than a few. So what makes you think that that law does not apply to when you're trying to be your best and the universe sees that? God knows, the Most High knows, the Creator knows when we're trying, even if we don't feel like we're doing our best. It's not up to you. You don't get to decide, right? The only thing you need to do is show up. They said what? The faith of a mustard seed, I believe. And everything else is done. Everything else is done. Take your step. Do your 10%. The universe does the other 90. That's how I really believe that's how it works. You just have to show that intention. You have to have some force coming from you. Some force that you admit saying, I'm doing it. Like whether it's something you're saying, I think it has to be something you're actually doing, right? Because action begets more action. You have to be taking that because the universe will be like, okay, copy. They only understand action. Are you doing it, right? Faith without works is dead. So we can't talk about manifestation and prayer and that without talking about showing up. It would be remiss of me to make this channel and talk and motivate you guys. And you can do it. You can, of course you can. But I'm not here to sell you a dream either. If you're not putting forth work, I promise you the opportunity is not going to just knock on your door or fall into your lap if you're doing absolutely nothing, right? And what's so crazy is about doing nothing to doing a little something is a world of difference. Let's say you have a dream of climbing the corporate ladder. You're at your job. You don't like where you're at, but you don't have the skill set yet to get to that next leap. Or you want to be an entrepreneur and you're starting something. It's not really getting the traction that you want, but there's something that's stopping you from that next leap. That next leap is only a little bit off from where you're at now of doing nothing. It reminds me of a book I read by Tony Robbins where he was talking about golf, right? How some really fantastic golf player who was really fantastic. Now, I don't know the name. Maybe it was Tiger. I don't know. But where they would, hit the ball and they kept like missing the mark. All that man had to do was correct himself like a millimeter. I think a millimeter is like this big. And that his whole career took off. A millimeter? You telling me you're off 1 millimeter? And look at the difference. He was already at the ball. You're already at the golf ball. You're already trying something, but it just had to be tweaked a millimeter. That was the effort that had to be put in. So that's why I'm saying you can't look at needing to put effort or needing to be this big person, me being on my yacht. That doesn't take such a different effort than what it takes for you to do nothing now. Okay, I hope that's landing. I hope that's making sense, because I really want to convey to you guys how infinitesimal of a change you need to make in order to get some big results. And that all has to do with you feeling worthy enough, strong enough, capable enough to do it now. I didn't say educated enough. I didn't say with the experience enough. I didn't say with the technical know-how. I said, well, everything I said is intrinsic. It's a feeling you're able to generate from inside. It's not something that we have to go out there and go and get externally to add more value to us. No, it's already inherent. It's intrinsic. It's already within me. So there's nothing more that you need to get. Show up as you are, and you will see differences in whatever it is that you're in, whatever way that you're trying to affect change. It works every single time. One thing about me, I'm not the smartest. I'm not, the most technical, especially when it comes to this YouTube space or whatever the case is, the most educated. But one thing I do know how to do, and why I might beat out other people who've been at it longer or whatever the case is, I know how to show up. I know how to keep posting. I know how to post when it's not my best work and still feel uneasy, but I'm going to post it anyway. Why? Because there's this thing called the law of compounding. And if you do something, you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, you're going to see one day like, whoa, look at what just happened. It's almost like the same phenomenon of like compound interest. You start investing 5-10% when you're 20, and then you see you got like $1 million something when you're 40, even though it's so little. But it's because you did it for such a long time. You took advantage of time. And that's what I want you guys to understand. It's not about doing it, starting it perfectly. It's about doing it long enough. We don't give ourselves a chance to even do it long enough. And that's the code. I think that's the code to everything. It's just simply doing it long enough. But I think we're so brainwashed to thinking like overnight success and it should have already happened and this and that and that. But no, celebrate. Just like my video's still real low. 18 views, 2 views, 30 views. I think I got a couple thousand views on one of my videos. But I'm not gonna lie. When I look at that sometimes, when I see the 3 views and the 10 views, I'm like, why are these views so damn low? And it pisses me off. But then I'm like, Alyssa, you have to appreciate the fact that people are watching, they're engaging. I want quality. I don't care about having tons of subscribers. That will happen. I see that already. I can already see that in my mind's eye. But it's not happening as quickly as I wanted it to. But does that mean it's not happening? Does that mean I should stop showing up? No, because then I'm really going to give myself no chance at having the success that I want. So if you keep looking at your progress and trying to quantify it when you're still way too young and it's way too underdeveloped to even try and weigh it yet, that's not fair. Where did you learn to be so unfair with yourself? Right? So again, all of these things that's going to help us show up as we are is by realizing intrinsically we're already worth it. We can't be more and we can't be less. We already are. So show up and show out. Show us what you got. I want to see. Whether it's a YouTube channel, so many people are starting that, a podcast, social media influencer, or climbing the corporate ladder, being a better mother, a better wife, a better husband, whatever it is. You can start exactly where you are today with the little that you have. And you're going to see changes as long as you feel confident and worthy enough to just keep showing up. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave this video here. Again, please comment and please like, because that helps my channel grow so much. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face because it just helps my channel a ton. I hope this video was valuable to you. And if it was, again, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.